And Salakia, I had a phone call. Okay. But we know everything happens according to its time. Okay. So these devils are getting ready to come together uh, um, with the board of peace. Okay. And we know how it ends, right? We know how it ends. Matter of fact, let's look at this. Because a lot of these news reports, okay, they could be disheartening. All right, they could be, it's sometimes downright depressing, right? To see that these people come together, and we need them to go to war, and this is what they want, right? They want to, deceive you, right? The scriptures say, to deceive the very elect. What's that? Matthew 24, right? For there shall arise false Hamashiachs, right? False prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Okay, so they're trying, their damnedest. Okay, they're trying their damnedest. Okay, and some people that are in this truth are going to be deceived and sifted out of this thing because of a lot of these false reports. Okay, because they reported on a lot of these false things, and didn't properly, vet the information. All right, but these are part of the trials and tribulations. Okay, these are part of the temptations. Okay, that we have to suffer with. All right, but we know eventually, Esau is gonna be done away with. Okay, we understand that. The scripture they say. Let me see right here. This is the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 3. Matter of fact, I'll start at 1, and this is a good point, as the why. It says, but the times and season, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for you yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. And this is how the Lord keeps it that way. Okay, he keeps it, he keeps you guessing. He keeps Esau throwing these decoys out here. Okay, because there's going to be a thief in the night when it comes. Okay, scripture says, so the Lord find faith when he comes. So it's going to be a very dark time. Okay, it says, for when they shall, and this is the point right here, for when they shall say peace and safety. Okay, and this is what these devils are attempting to bring, right? A board of peace, right? Peace and safety. He said he wants $1 billion. He wants the nations to pay $1 billion, so they can continue with this board of peace. Okay. So when they shall say peace and safety, right, then sudden destruction come up upon them, as travail upon a woman a child with child, and they shall not escape. Okay, but ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should not overtake you as a thief. And why aren't we in darkness? Why? Because we have the Spirit guiding us. Okay, and we have brothers, in this truth, the lights, right, the Israelites, helping and guiding us. Okay, because we've accepted Yahweh Shai, and we've tried to, put off the old man, to the best of our ability. Okay, it says, ye are all children of the light and the children of the day. We are not the children of the darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. Okay, and you have to, be very present, right? And sober is not talking about, not drinking or things of that nature. Okay, it says to be circumspect. Okay. So being circumspect is being aware of these decoys. Okay. So, the fact of the matter is these devils are the Lord is carrying them headlong. Okay. In his enterprise. Okay. And these devils are close, to bringing in this this worldwide financial system. Okay? And then you'll see World War III, and the missiles fly. Okay? But first, this beast system has to be implemented. Okay? So, I just wanted to bring this out, just to show you, that, behind the scenes, okay, these devils all working together, to get this, beast system up and running. Okay. And this is on CBN. Okay. So this is business news. Okay. And this is what these devils are into. Okay. So, if you want to, see more clearly, the designs of this devil, look into business. Okay. Look into gold and silver and those type of trends. Okay. And you may stumble upon, a couple more nuggets, that the spirit, is trying to feed us, but we got to continue to grow. But I'm going to leave it right there. Lords will use edified. All right. You can read this article on CNBC. Okay. Be circumspect and watch, in all things that you do. All right. Till next time, call halal, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Shalom.